Hey guys, it's your boy, Tom Talks Rubbish, and we're back. This is my boy Tommy, for those of you that didn't see the Harlow College video.
Because it ain't been uploaded yet.
Well, at time of recording, no it hasn't, but that one will be going out first. So yeah.
Hopefully.
No, it will be. Like, that's the plan.
Okay.
Harlow College one today, UFC tomorrow, Black Panther the day after, etc. Whatever we record, like I record it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you did see that video, you know that one of the videos on our list was the new UFC game. This is UFC 4. So let's do overall thoughts first of all. What do you think so far?
I really like it, to be fair. I think it's...
Is it an upgrade from the last one? Because one thing we will say, you're a big MMA fan, yeah? Like, any MMA pay-per-view do you buy? Like,
Pretty more or less.
whereas me, I am the casualist of casualists MMA fan ever. Like, I will... The only time I tend to watch it, because those of you that watch my channel know I'm a big WWE fan, will watch it, is if Brock Lesnar's fighting.
Yeah.
So, we are going to look at this review from two different perspectives. The big MMA fan and the casual. So, to start off with, overall thoughts from the big fan.
I really like it, if I'm being honest. Obviously, it's nowhere near a perfect game.
Oh, hell no.
It's better in a lot of ways compared to UFC 2, 3 and, the first one. It's also lacking in some ways as well. But as a MMA UFC game, I think it's really good. It's realistic, and I just am thoroughly enjoying my time with my career mode playthrough on it.
I haven't started a career mode yet. I will point that out. Just because I'm experimenting with the game and trying to get used to it. You can say it. I'm terrible at the game, as you know.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm trying to get better with the game before I start my career mode. I'm looking forward to it, though, because from what I've seen of the career mode and what you've told me, it's a vast improvement. So should we start there? Because that's the main thing you use, the career mode.
Yeah. It's been heavily improved. I'm still disappointed that they don't have press conferences and weigh-ins in it properly. They haven't...
Is it still... Sorry for interrupting, by the way. Is it still the thing where you click on it and it literally just shows up in your timeline?
Yeah. I'm disappointed that they're not in it yet. I really have wanted them in it for ages.
So have I. Like, not to compare it to FIFA, because they're made by the same company. Having press conferences and after-fight interviews in FIFA career mode for GMs has made such an improvement for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I feel like that's one big realistic. I would even quite like it if the career mode followed, Fight Night Champions, followed a story.
Yeah, I think that would be a really good way to have a career mode for UFC. But at the same time, I do think it works how it is.
I like it how it is.
They've added a new thing where you can interact with other fighters in the UFC.
Oh, I like that.
And you can be like, nice, or you can be, a dick, and you can be like, you're nothing.
That's your one for the video, by the way.
I love that because if you become friends with other fighters and you get along well with them, they will come to your gym and they will teach you some of their own moves.
Is this the sparring thing?
Yeah. Like, they will, for example...
Daniel Cormier, for example.
Daniel Cormier...
I couldn't think of an example.
John Jones, everyone that watches this knows he is absolutely lethal punches and kicks. And if you become good friends with him, he will come to your gym and, for example, he will help you improve your spinning back fists, your Superman punch, your uppercuts,
etc.
And I love that. Whereas, if you make an enemy of somebody, they won't help you, and also
They'll talk trash on social media.
they will talk trash, and they can even like talk about how bad they think you are, and your fans can see that and like not support your fighter anymore, just over what somebody else said.
That sounds dope. I'm not gonna lie.
And I really like that.
Have you got to the end of career mode yet?
No.
Do you know how it ends? Is it the same as other years? You take too much damage and then...
The goal of career mode is to obviously go into the Hall of Fame to become a GOAT, and you've got like tasks to do that. But the career mode like is infinite. It goes on until your longevity ends.
Would you, and this is completely going off tangent, like to see almost a Dana White career mode? Like you run the UFC?
In a sense, I feel like that could be very interesting, but I also feel like that would be just really difficult to have, because it's not like a manager career mode on like FIFA,
Or
where you like manage your team, you buy players, whatever. If you do a Dana White thing, you're like the head of the entire UFC.
Okay, maybe not Dana White, but like I can't think of an analogy right now.
I think it would be a cool thing if, like, at the end, when your character is like in their 40s or something,
They open a gym or something. And
you could open your. I think it'd be cool if you, like, become a coach on Ultimate Fighter or something, and then you can get like a protege or whatever.
Or maybe like you open like this bit like Bellator, for example. You open this smaller, or, like, and maybe work up to a bit like, I'm using the wrestling analogy again, but like, no, I don't have to use the wrestling analogy, but like a company to compete with UFC. Anyway, we went off on a massive tangent there.
Yeah.
But overall, you really like the career mode, yeah?
I love it. I enjoy it. It's
As
brilliant.
someone that has played the previous ones, I can't wait to start playing it. But obviously, I need to improve the game first. Anyway, next point, the roster.
The roster's brilliant. It's got every single up-to-date fighter, and it's also got legendary fighters that are in the Hall of Fame that don't even fight anymore. For example, Chuck Liddell, Forrest Griffin, fighters like that. And you can also, it's also got Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury in it.
Was that only if you pre-ordered the game?
That's only if you pre-order it. But they're in it. It's got Bruce Lee in it. Paid DLC.
Twice.
Paid DLC. Yeah.
It's got Bruce Lee in it twice, hasn't it?
Yeah, in 2 different weight classes.
He, as someone that doesn't really follow MMA, I like the roster. Because literally, guys, all I do is I play as Conor McGregor all the time, and I think this guy would be fun to beat up. Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So, but as a MMA fan, you quite like the roster, yeah?
I love the roster, and they've also added a brand new thing that hasn't been in any of the other ones, where you can now combine weight divisions. You can have someone in heavyweight fight a welterweight.
It has to be 2 different weights, though, doesn't it? Like, there can't be, for example, a featherweight fighting a heavyweight.
You can do that.
Okay, no.
That's what they've changed.
Nice.
And you may be thinking, oh, but that's so unfair. If you do that, it balances out both fighters, so they're somewhat... Like, for example, if you do Demetrius Johnson and he goes up against John Jones, John Jones, as all of you probably know, he's about 6'1", 6'2". Demetrius Johnson would go up to about 6 foot tall.
Ah.
To, like, make it at least fair.
That's kind of cool. Anyone you would take in or out of the roster?
CM Punk does not need to be in this game still.
I'm a wrestling fan and I agree. That makes no sense. He lost his 2 fights.
He lost both of his fights and has retired. He now is a host for a very separate MMA thing.
He's not even hosting a wrestling thing now. He's not, like, what's the word?
He's doesn't wrestle. He does not. He does. I don't understand why he's still in this game. Okay?
I'll tell you why. People like me.
But he's the worst character in the game.
I agree. But anywho, people like me who are wrestling fans will see CM Punk and go, I'll buy the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but how can you buy a game over one person?
No, I don't agree with
Who's
you.
not good?
Okay, right. I set him off there, shouldn't have done that. But yeah, I do agree with you. CM Punk still being in a game doesn't make any sense.
Also, I think it's so stupid that Bruce Buffer's a fighter.
What?
He's 65.
How have I not seen that?
They've put, I don't know, Dana White's a fighter in it as well.
What?
And they're both
Shit.
overpowered
Oh.
because they're like gods. But they don't need, they're in the game. They don't need to be fighters as well. Because they are in the game.
One thing that I'm really curious to know about, because I haven't played this Daniel Cormier yet. He's on commentary, right?
Yeah.
If he fights, is he still on commentary?
He's not on commentary in the game.
Who's it that's on commentary?
It's still Joe Rogan. And the other guy whose name always escapes me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that one update you would have liked to see? Daniel Cormier on commentary?
I feel like they could have added the newer commentary side because Joe Rogan still commentaries a little bit, but he mainly does his podcast now.
So that's one thing in the the not so good comment. Okay, I'm trying to think of like gameplay. This is my rant time. I hate the gameplay
Yes, you gonna say why?
because right, you end up spamming buttons and just hitting the same move.
But you don't. Yeah, but come on. What difficulty do you play this game on, Tom?
All right, fair enough.
Because I play it on Legendary, and you will not win a fight by doing this.
But anyway, I really don't like how, for example, I play as Conor McGregor a lot. I hit 2 different distinct buttons, and he still does the same kick.
They've changed, the controls are a bit more complex now. Like, for example, if you hold B, you could do just a standard like...
Yeah,
kick.
I do
But
know
if you
this.
press the 2 bumpers and you hold it, he'll do like a spinning cartwheel kick.
One thing I would have liked to have seen, I don't know how you feel about this, because you're quite good at the game, is a, not less advanced, that's the wrong word, but you know what I mean, like a easier control system. For me, it seems a bit too complicated.
There are some things that, like, can be a little bit confusing. Like, I'm good with the controls and stuff. But sometimes, for certain things, it feels like it doesn't necessarily work all the time. Like, for example, with my fighter on my career mode, I have a skill where I can do a heavy takedown where I lift them up and slam them on the floor. To do that, I have to hold down LB and LT at the same time and hold X. For some reason, my character does not do it when my opponent is standing to the left.
So there are definitely some issues with the controls.
There are issues, but in my opinion, it
think
doesn't take away from the game.
No, I do agree with you. The game is still fun, but I feel like it'd be improved even more if they had, you know, like FIFA. It has a 2-button system.
Yeah, but you can't really make FIFA much more complicated.
Do you mean simple?
Much more simple, yeah.
But
Like
yeah,
it's-
I understand that. But maybe like have some different control systems is what I'm saying.
They have, however, massively improved submissions.
I love them now. When I first bought the game, I said this to you, didn't I? I hated it. I love them now.
In UFC 3 for me,
You got tapped out all the time.
in UFC 3, no matter what I did, I could never ever get out of a submission.
Question: do you like the fact that they've added the button in that if you press buttons, like for example A, you can escape submissions with a slam?
That's been a thing since like UFC 2.
Oh, I haven't seen that in previous games.
Yeah, that's been a thing since like UFC 2.
Guys, you can really tell I'm not a UFC guy.
They've added more of that now.
There's a lot more of that, isn't there? And I really like it. Like
They have changed it. It's not always going to work now, though. If you've got less stamina than your opponent, you will fail if you try and
is
escape
that
like that.
why?
Yeah, if you've got
You
less...
know what we should do for your channel? Because you're more of a gamer.
Yeah.
We should bring your gaming stuff, and we should do almost like a you teach me how to play UFC for your channel.
I mean, we could do, but I can't record on my Xbox.
Oh.
I don't have a proper setup. I can only stream on my PlayStation because that's got a built-in setup.
We could stream one day. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But that's an idea. Anyway, overall, I'm trying to think of any other things we can talk about for the game. Anything else you want to cover?
Just overall, it's a big step up in my opinion.
Oh, it is. Even as the most casual of casual UFC fans, I love this game. Out of 10, what would you give it?
I would genuinely give it like a 9.5.
Yeah, the only thing for me that needs to be improved is, like I said, just for me personally, I'd add different control options. And, as you said, people in the roster.
Yeah.
And that whole needing of press conferences. Not even, like, they can repeat them like they do in FIFA. But just give us the option to hold our own press conferences and stuff. Do you agree?
I really want them to include it.
Yeah.
Press conferences and weigh-ins have not been in a UFC game since UFC Undisputed 2009.
Jeez.
It's been a long time, and that was made by THQ, it wasn't made by EA.
But either way, that's something we'd both like to see. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this has helped you decide whether or not to buy the game or not.
We would say definitely buy it, yeah?
I would strongly suggest you buy it.
I agree. This was...
Obviously I wouldn't if you, like, do not care for UFC whatsoever. Because why you buy the UFC game if you don't like UFC? Seems
Do
kind
you
of
think,
pointless.
like, I have wasted... Alright, we're going on another tangent now. Do you think, like, I have wasted my money?
No, because it's not like you're clueless about UFC. You know enough about it to enjoy a game.
Right. We need to wrap up this video because the last one we did was so long.
Yeah.
Anywho, thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this and we'll see you soon. Bye!
See you later.